A wife cheats on her husband, which deserves the jealousy of the man. But at some point, everything changes and the exquisite act of revenge turns into the unbridled aggression of a psychopath. Holly Pierpoint, a successful professor in her 40s, is on her way to a conference in Colorado Springs. As she heads to her hotel, her husband, Russell Pierpoint, calls to see if she's made it safely. Russell suggests they plan a vacation together during their call, but Holly isn't keen on the idea, saying she's too tired from her travels to think about going anywhere else. But as Holly's journey takes her through the mountains, it's revealed that she's actually headed to Aspen, not Colorado Springs, showing she hasn't been truthful with Russell. Upon her arrival at the hotel, the person at the front desk calls her Mrs. Allen, hinting at secrets Holly is keeping. Dave, an employee at the hotel, is assigned to take Holly to her luxurious black diamond suite. This room was supposedly booked by her husband, but it's soon clear that Mr. Allen, not Russell, arranged this stay, showing Holly is having an affair. Dave, who is newly married, seeks marriage advice from Holly, looking for tips on maintaining a happy relationship. Holly's response, while awkward, is to always support his spouse and to occasionally surprise her with flowers. After Dave leaves, Holly finds an envelope directing her to find another envelope hidden under the sink. This second message, from the man she's meeting, teases a surprise waiting in the closet and suggests she wear a blindfold for a more thrilling experience. Inside the closet, Holly finds lingerie and handcuffs. She gets into the spirit, puts on the lingerie, blindfolds herself, and cuffs herself to the bed, ready for what comes next. However, the person who next enters the room isn't who Holly was expecting. What starts as an exciting encounter quickly turns too aggressive for Holly's liking. Despite her request for him to stop, the man doesn't listen, leaving Holly distressed afterwards. When the man leaves the bedroom for the living area, it's revealed he is actually Russell, Holly's husband. He has caught Everett Allen, Holly's young lover and a former student of hers, exposing the affair. Russell makes it clear to Everett that he must keep quiet and stay in the room without letting Holly leave. If Everett doesn't follow these orders, there will be harsh repercussions for his wife, Lydia, and his daughter, Jessica, whom Russell is keeping an eye on. When Everett unlocks the handcuffs, Holly's anger explodes, mostly directed at Everett, not knowing it was her husband who planned everything. Despite Everett's apologies, she is adamant about getting out. Then, a call comes from Russell to Everett, threatening dire outcomes if Holly tries to leave. Everett manages to convince her to stay, apologizing over and over. Everett tries to get Russell's forgiveness, but Russell, having found out about their affair through large withdrawals from the bank, insists that Everett must keep pretending to be on holiday with Holly. He warns that if Holly tries to leave or if they contact the police, he will harm Everett's wife Lydia, whose voice is briefly heard, indicating she's in danger. Everett, trying to protect Holly from the truth of Russell's actions, starts making up reasons for what happened. While they are talking, Holly gets a call from Russell. At the same time, there's a knock at the door, with Everett answering it to a security guard complaining about the noise. This distraction allows Holly to talk to Russell and realize he knows about her secret relationship. Instead of starting a fight, Russell warns Holly about the risk she's unknowingly taken by being with Everett. He paints Everett as a menacing figure whose past relationships often end with the women mysteriously vanishing. At first, Holly rejects the idea that she's been unfaithful, but once she realizes Russell is fully aware of her actions, she agrees to sneak out of the hotel without letting Everett know. After their phone call, Everett asks Holly about it, and she lies, saying it was just her husband checking in. Everett, trying to keep Holly in the room, cunningly suggests giving her a massage and takes her phone to stop her from reaching out to anyone. Feeling trapped and unable to relax, Holly suddenly gets up, wanting to escape the suite. She fakes needing a shower to wash off the massage oils, hoping to take her phone into the bathroom, but Everett snatches it before she can, leaving her no choice but to go without it. Left without options, Holly steps out onto the bedroom balcony and cries for help, but no one hears her. Then, Everett hears a soft noise at the door. Breaking one of Russell's rules by leaving the room to check, he receives a shocking photo from Russell showing his wife with a knife to her throat. In a frantic bid to save her, Everett listens to Russell's demand to check the bedroom balcony. He rushes in to find Holly harmlessly in the bathroom, making him realize that someone capable of such extreme actions to enforce a slight delay is much more threatening than he imagined. Returning to the living room, Everett finds a text from Holly's phone, which now seems to be under Russell's control. Russell warns that Lydia will lose a finger for every move Holly makes, and he has left sleeping pills for Everett to use on Holly. Trying to find out how Russell is watching them, Everett looks for hidden cameras, while Holly plans to sedate Everett with her own sleeping pills. Everett sets up a drink on the balcony, lacing it with the pills, but Holly asks for white wine instead. When Everett goes to get the wine and adds the pills, Holly also puts sleeping pills in his drink. As they're about to drink, a knock interrupts them, leading Everett to cautiously approach the door with a knife, only to find Dave delivering their dinner. After tipping Dave and sending him off, Holly and Everett start eating their steak dinner. The meal leads to a tense conversation where they blame each other for starting their affair despite being married. Their talk stops suddenly with another knock and a message on Everett's phone. Russell has messaged to say he knows about Holly's attempt to alert the authorities through Dave. Russell's message comes with a horrifying proof of his threats. Everett receives Lydia's ring finger from Russell. In shock, Holly tries to get close to Everett, eventually holding a knife to his throat to find out his real plans. Everett quickly acts, pretending to embrace her, making it look to Russell like they are just kissing. Everett then tells Holly about her husband's role in the kidnapping of his family and the complex plot he has set up as retribution. During their talk, Everett and Holly start feeling drowsy from the drugs, eventually passing out. When Everett wakes up, he finds himself on the bed holding a syringe and Holly handcuffed to a railing in the living area. Holly calls Everett a psycho killer, telling him that Russell will have the police stop him. Returning to the bedroom, Everett is shocked to see Russell, who is gagged and tied to a chair. Eager to find out who's behind their suffering and to rescue his family, Everett tries to get answers from Russell. But Russell can't speak because his tongue has been cut out. Everett gives him a pen and paper to write down who's responsible. Then he goes and unlocks Holly, but she keeps accusing him, making him even more upset. Holly sees her husband in the bedroom, tied to a wheelchair and close to death, making her cry and question Everett. He insists he's not to blame for Russell's state. Holly watches Russell die from the injection Everett had, finding a note in Russell's hand but keeps its message secret from Everett. Soon after, Everett gets a call from the real person causing their pain, who hides their identity through a distorted voice. This person says only one of them can leave the hotel and return to their normal life, the other will face a grim fate by their partner's hand. Thinking over what to do next, Holly reads the note from Russell, seeing just the word safe. Before she understands it, Everett comes at her with a knife, intending to kill her to save his family. But their confrontation is stopped by the hotel staff, drawing Everett's focus away. Taking her chance, Holly finds and opens a hidden safe in the cupboard, using a code from an earlier conversation with Russell related to their home's sprinkler system. The safe only contains a memory card, confusing Holly about its purpose. Realizing they need to work together for their family's sake, Everett convinces Holly to speak with the hotel staff. After Holly gives satisfactory answers to the manager's questions, she and Everett are left alone again. Holly, still doubting Everett's intentions, questions him about his part in their ordeal. Everett shares that the severed finger of his wife was a punishment for not following Russell's instructions. Despite Everett's explanation, Holly is skeptical, thinking Everett might have harmed her if the hotel staff hadn't interrupted. Everett defends himself, saying he was trying to protect his family. He also admits that it was Russell who hurt Holly earlier and that following Russell's rules was supposed to ensure their release the next day. As Everett moves closer to convince Holly of his sincerity, a sudden mishap occurs, causing Everett to accidentally stab himself in the stomach, leading to serious and unstoppable bleeding. In his final moments, Everett understands he can't seek medical help without endangering his family, still at risk from the person orchestrating their nightmare. He pleads with Holly to keep their affair secret from his wife and daughter. As Holly tries to comfort him, Everett eventually dies from his injuries. Then Everett's phone rings. Holly answers it to hear the person behind all their troubles congratulating her on being close to freedom. She's instructed to destroy the phone in the microwave for 30 seconds to move forward. After that, she has a choice: leave the hotel or seek answers in room 513. The voice promises her safety and freedom afterward. Holly follows through, taking a room key from her late husband's pocket. After microwaving the phone, she decides to investigate room 513 for the truth. There, she finds monitors showing surveillance of her every move and encounters Lydia. Everett's wife, tied up and blindfolded. Holly reassures Lydia, but avoids discussing Everett. Before calling the police, Holly checks the memory card from the safe on the surveillance system. The CCTV footage reveals Russell installing the cameras with Lydia's help, uncovering Lydia as the scheme's architect and her partnership with Russell for vengeance. Lydia confesses to causing the disappearance of Everett's past girlfriends, driven to the edge by his fixation on Holly, a situation she found intolerable. Additionally, Holly stumbles upon Dave's dead body, further proof of Lydia's harmful deeds. It's revealed that Lydia also killed Russell, likely because he objected to her plans to get rid of Everett and Holly. Lydia then destroys the last piece of evidence, the memory card, by breaking it and flushing it away. With no way to clear her name, Holly loses control. Overwhelmed by regret and the collapse of her family, she reacts violently, throwing a vase at Lydia, which kills her instantly. The end. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like our channel and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Also, let us know what movie you would love us to recap for you.